Hey Flip Hunter Nation, Flip Hunter Dave here, and today we're at a property that we want to potentially turn and flip into an Airbnb. Airbnbs are great opportunities for passive income, and we're going to have an expert come along and teach us a little bit about it, so come on in with us. What's really nice about this space, this location, is that it's a blank canvas that we are able to work on this to make it very special and differentiate it from the other Airbnbs in this area. As you know, Michelle is our real estate expert, and she's coming down. She's very knowledgeable and keen on this business, and she's going to give us some expert advice that we really need here.
Found you.
There you go.
Thank you. Whoa, okay. This is bigger than what I thought, actually.
Yeah, it's a nice size space. I mean, definitely needs a little help.
I think the space is great for short-term rental.
I'd like your feedback on, the setup down here particularly, to see if you feel like this is a viable location, where we can get maximize on the dollars. For a lower level space, this property still has a lot to offer. It has great lighting, has a great location, so we're very pleased about that, and we could differentiate ourselves from some of the other properties by the amenities that we have here.
First off, I love how you said you want to take one of your flips and turn it into an Airbnb. Actually, Dave, it's a short-term rental.
And how about this? Short-term tenants, meaning no long-term problems.
Airbnb is a great franchise, but it's a booking site. Just like VRBO, Verbo, they call it. A lot of people are working from home, and they also want to work in their home away from home and enjoy life a little bit more.
Right.
The first step is location. You picked a really good location here on Northport, Long Island. You are 15 minutes from Northport Harbor and historic Main Street, and that's great year-round. Every season they cover, winter, spring, a lot of fun things to do. Also about 15 minutes from Huntington Village and the LIRR, which brings you right into Manhattan, and as we know, New York City is great. This house is a great find. This is a full finished basement. In addition to short-term rental permits, you still have to make sure your full finished basement is legal for dwelling to allow people to live down there.
Right.
This particular basement is great for space.
Yeah, come this way. I'll show you around a little bit, the living room area. Big living room.
Not only would it be more flush and you have more area, it adds for guests.
Right.
Right, more people. More
Exactly.
people, more money. Just different family dynamics separate if people are traveling together.
We got the kitchen over here. No stove.
There was no stove, and that's fine. I actually prefer an air fryer, and those you can get at the local Walmart.
And then, full bathroom. Pretty big bathroom,
That
actually.
is big bathroom. That's key.
You have to take a running start, to get in there.
That's hilarious. As far as the living space, I know Dave just obtained this property, but I'm gonna have to talk to him about some decorating. Cozy it up a little bit.
Right.
It's very cool. The tile's beautiful. It lasts for spills and kids, but you definitely want to put some area rugs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And here's the big plus. I mean, their own washer and dryer. And nobody has that.
Nope.
And nobody wants to run out to laundromats when they're on vacation.
Especially if they forgot something.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I like some board games, and Dave, there's one important thing I don't say.
What's that?
Biggest, most important thing when you're doing a short-term rental. Where's my coffee pot?
Definitely a coffee pot.
But I know we walked around before. There's that bedroom off to the left. There's no door there.
Right. We could just market it as a studio, right? With the curtains and.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
because then it saves you dollars.
Right.
And the studio, it still has that space, that alcove, where you can put a bed or bunk beds if you want a family staying in here. I think Dave flipping one of his properties into a short-term rental is a great idea, but it's his responsibility. It's all homeowners' responsibilities to make sure that their short-term rentals are safe and compliant for all guests. That includes not only the space that they're in, but legalities. You have to check with your local government, in addition to your state government, depending where you are. If you wanted to go upstate, Pennsylvania, stay on Long Island. So you have to check all your local zoning, local ordinances. 9 times out of 10, you need a rental permit or some kind of accessory permit.
Okay.
Especially depending on what portion of the house you want to utilize for a homestay or somebody to rent out for short term. In as much as you don't have a Keurig machine here for me for my coffee, one important thing is to have a management company. That's another one of your first steps in addition to legalizing your short-term rental.
Funny you should say that.
Okay.
I have an expert coming down on Airbnb, and he does management, very knowledgeable, so he'll be here soon.
Great.
To give really good advice and guidance to help us navigate through this process.
I look forward to meeting him. He'll obviously going into it further, but from my experience, you do want to have somebody who's local, 24/7. Should a pipe burst or something happen in the middle of the night and you're not here, because you do have a few properties, Dave. You can't be at the mall all the time.
I was going to say, if you work full time, you know.
So sometimes the best money invested is adding a management company to your expenses and keep them to expense that.
What if you really could have it all?
At Exit Realty,
We believe in making dreams
come true.
We believe
We believe the home you want
is right there.
is right there.
And we'll help you find it.
Thoroughly trained, passionately committed
and always on your side. You can count on us.
every step of the way. And you thought we just sold real estate?
We are Exit Realty.
Think smart.
Think Exit.
We also have Seth coming down, and Seth is a very special guest for us. He's an Airbnb expert, and he's going to come down and give us the right advice and guidance to make this a successful business. Seth, Flip Hunter Dave.
To meet you.
Great to meet you. Thanks for coming down today. We could really use your expert advice on this new venture on Airbnbs. I heard you're the pro, so thanks for coming down.
Thanks. I'll tell you anything I know.
Sounds good. Why don't we go inside and I'll show you around.
Great.
So good. So Seth, normally my business is flipping houses. In this case, I want to try something new and get into the Airbnb business. So I'm taking this property and I want to flip it into an Airbnb. So if you could tell me a little bit about your experience on becoming an Airbnb host and how you got started in this business.
Yeah, I have a legal two-family house in Nassau County, New York, and tenants were up for their lease, and we decided to give the Airbnb a shot.
I'm most interested in learning from Seth the important factors that weigh into being a successful Airbnb business. So I hope to gain a lot of that information from him and knowledge from him when he sits down with me today. Can you tell me a little bit about maybe what you have to get in terms of insurance for this type of property when you're operating as an Airbnb?
My insurance includes rental for an apartment. Airbnb offers also a $1 million policy for any mishap, anything with damage that goes to the apartment.
Is that mandatory that they provide that insurance? Or
no, they just do.
It's an option?
You know, and that's what makes it more attractive.
Right,
because it's not just on my insurance. I get to, if anything goes down, I know that Airbnb has got my back.
Not only am I learning quite a bit from Seth, but I'm starting to feel like this could be a really great opportunity for me.
It's all about towels, clean sheets. I'm always going to Costco and BJ's and buying new linens, you know, making sure it really looks nice.
Good.
New towels, make sure that there's pillow protectors besides pillowcases. You want to keep that stuff so that people come in and they're unbelievably comfortable. They're like, wow, this place is
So it's really comfort, feel at home. They need to feel at home, right? So now when it comes to setting pricing, right, how do you go about that?
Yeah, I'll go on Airbnb and I'll check out other similar listings. Also, Airbnb does something where they give you price tips. Like if you set your prices, they'll say, oh, this is what's going this week or that week, and so you can use their price tips.
So Seth, can you give me some recommendations on how to make this space here more appealing for Airbnb guests?
But I noticed that I was looking for some mirrors. People want to be able to see what they look like when they're going out.
That's a great point, definitely. We don't have any down here.
You know, make sure there's things they need, like an ironing board, stuff like that.
Okay.
Think about people coming for business or for a party.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make sure that they're gonna, you know, be in a place where they can.
They have what they need.
And when they leave,
I mean, do you actually put like a blow dryers in the bathroom? You do? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's good that you have a washer dryer here.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably like a huge bonus, right?
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I don't have that at my place, and it really helps.
Does it show on the listing that you have a washer and dryer?
Yeah.
Okay.
They ask for all the amenities. Also, if you're really good for business, things like that, make sure there's a place where people can sit down and work.
Okay.
In a nice, comfortable
Workspace there? Okay.
workspace. If you're going to host kids, you might want to make sure there's a crib or something like that.
Okay.
Some people have infants and toddlers that they're coming with.
I feel like we should have some form of theme, being that we're close to the water. It's a nautical type of town. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I'm in Oyster Bay, and I've got some pictures of sailboats and things like that. So it really does feel...
do you do any type of co-branding with any local businesses, like restaurants, where you would, recommend them to certain restaurants? Do you do any kind of co-branding like that?
As an Airbnb host, you're really a benefit to the community. The local businesses are getting benefits from them.
Especially restaurants, right?
The restaurants are doing well. There's a couple of bars and things that people go. So I'll let them know that there's an open mic on Wednesday night down at the Homestead.
Right, like that sort of thing, right? Yeah, we have a great pub right around the corner called The Lark. They're awesome, so I'd like to be able to refer them as well.
Yeah.
But, so, Seth, I really do appreciate your time and coming down and helping me with this. You've really enlightened me, and it sounds like a great business that I could pursue. And who knows, maybe instead of flipping some houses, maybe I'll keep them and do this Airbnb business.
It's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Really good to have Airbnb.
Would you mind if I reached out to you sometime?
If there's anything that you need to know about Airbnb, I'm here for you.
Thanks again. It was a great pleasure. This really is a great location on the North Shore. So here we are, Flip Hunter Nation, Airbnb. Amenities cost $1,400. Home decorations, $500. Used furnishings, $800. Your total startup cost, $2,700. Let's talk about your monthly expenses. Cleaning 3 times a month at $100 would be $300. Supplies, $50 per stay. Additional utilities, approximately $50 per month. Airbnb, their commission would be $84. Total monthly fees, $484. Now let's go over a potential profit center as an Airbnb host. Your Airbnb rental charge is $350 per night with a 2-night minimum. 3 weekends rented per month would average you $2,100 per month as a gross profit. Less your monthly expenses of $484, your monthly net profit would be $1,616. Not too bad. Your annual profit, $19,392. A very good investment, good return.